Little people, big world. Jeremy gets kicked out by Amy. Jeremy and Audrey keep kids away from movies. Hello, little people. Big world fans, please hit the subscribe button for more update. Little people, big world. Jeremy gets kicked out by Amy. Jeremy Roloff from Little People. Big World gets kicked out of the house by Amy Roloff. He spent a lot of his childhood outdoors. And now, he wants the same for his children. But will he kick his kids out too? Little People, Big World. Jeremy Roloff grows up on TV. Jeremy Roloff lived out his childhood in front of cameras. He and Amy Roloff started filming for their family's popular show in his early teens. Viewers saw as he grew up and reached certain milestones. Fans were also there as he found his wife and eventually became a father to his first child. However, the Little People, Big World reality star stepped away from the spotlight several years ago. He and his wife, Audrey Roloff, felt it was time to move on from the reality television lifestyle. They wanted to pursue other business opportunities. They also didn't want their children to grow up with cameras following them around. Jeremy may no longer be on the TLC show like Amy is, but fans can still get updates from him. He shares his life with his wife and kids with his online fan base. Amy Roloff kicks Jeremy out of house. Jeremy often speaks about his childhood and living on a farm. He claims his mother, Amy Roloff, would tell him to get out of the house as a kid. He explains that she would literally lock us out of the house. So, he had no choice but to spend time outside and find something to do for hours on end. However, if the Little People, Big World former cast member couldn't find something to do, he would simply be bored outside. He would sometimes sit there and watch the clouds pass through the tree branches. Jeremy spent a lot of his childhood outdoors. He lived on a farm with acres of land. He had a huge playground and many animals to play with. There was also a ton of space to play sports. So, there was always something to do. Amy's son is also big on grounding. It is a technique that involves doing activities that reconnect you with the earth. Most times, he will walk outside bare feet or be around nature. Little People, Big World celeb encourages kids to play outdoors. Jeremy Roloff is trying to give his children the same childhood Amy Roloff gave him. He and Audrey Roloff want them to spend as much time outdoors as they can. Their new home sits on a large piece of property, so they encourage their kids to spend time outside playing. The Little People, Big World former castmate enjoys taking his kids on hikes. Jeremy and Audrey recently took their 3 little ones to a forest, where they spent time in nature and walking around. They want their kids to be outside, not in front of a computer screen or television. But will they lock their children out when they want them to play outside, as Amy did to her son? Little People, Big World. Jeremy and Audrey keep kids away from movies. Jeremy Roloff and Audrey Roloff from Little People, Big World keep their kids away from movies. However, they recently broke that rule and took their kids to the movie theater. Little People, Big World. Jeremy and Audrey Roloff growing family. Jeremy Roloff and Audrey Roloff are parents to 3 children. They have 1 daughter named Ember. They also have 2 sons named Bode and Radley. The TLC couple are also expecting their 4th child this year. They will be welcoming another baby girl in the upcoming months. The Little People, Big World reality stars have always wanted to have a big family. They both come from larger families themselves. So, they always knew they would at least have 1 more child. However, they haven't said if the 4th will be the last. Jeremy and Audrey have been thinking about what to name their new addition. They admit to having a few names in mind. However, they don't plan on sharing them. They also don't plan to pick one until the baby is born. They feel they need to see the baby first before picking the name. Audrey and Jeremy Roloff take kids to the movie theater. Jeremy and Audrey want their children to have a similar upbringing to the one they had. They spent a lot of time outdoors and surrounded by nature. They don't want their children to spend a lot of time watching television or looking at a computer screen. So, they limit the amount of time their little ones spend in front of a screen. Former cast members of The Little People, Big World don't let their children watch many movies. However, they recently broke that rule and took their kids to the movie theater. It was their first time sitting in a movie theater. According to Audrey, the movie they watched was called Migration. She thought it was so cute. She admits to being picky with the movies she lets her kids watch, but it was one the whole family enjoyed. She felt that the storyline was not too fast-paced. However, it also kept all three of her children's attention. Jeremy's wife is a fan of animal movies. She loved how the mom and dad bird had a great healthy example of marriage. Little People, Big World celeb picky with movies. Jeremy Roloff and Audrey Roloff taking their kids to the movie theater for the first time made fans curious. Many people want to know what they look for when picking a movie they will allow their kids to watch. Some people even want to know what movies do they let their kids see. Audrey reveals that she and Jeremy have a list of movies she lets their kids watch. The Little People. Big World also uses a tool where she can put the title of a film, and it will tell her if there is any iffy content in it. Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.